Hello, my name is Nathan Ball and I'm here to talk about my project Manatide, which is a physical card game designed from the ground up for high-level competitive play. Before I discuss the concept itself, I want to look at the market background of the industry I'm aiming for, which is the hobby and board games industry. It's currently worth $1.2 billion in the US alone, with that figure only expected to grow in the coming years. I've identified my 4 key competitors as Magic the Gathering, Hearthstone, Yu-Gi-Oh! And Shadowverse, 4 hugely successful card games with player bases numbering in the several of millions. This indicates the fact that there is still a market for card games, even in the current modern digital era. These games have primarily found success in the US and Japan, while the UK has as of yet not been dominated by one single card game, which I believe is an opportunity for a project like mine. In terms of the concept itself, it differentiates itself from its competitors by means of its design methodology. I'll be using an approach called bottom-up design to design all of the cards in the game, which means that they will all be designed with the competitive experience in mind first and foremost, as opposed to my competitors who tend to design cards that appeal to a wide range of audiences. This leads to an ultimately unfocused experience, which I aim to correct with my project. I will also be aiming to implement an agile approach to new content creation and community feedback, releasing a new batch of content for the game every 1 to 2 months, which responds directly to feedback levelled at the previous batch of content. This will allow me to maintain a fresh, balanced experience over time by implementing more frequent releases. Also, I will be increasing the size of my cards by 35% over the standard Magic the Gathering card size, which will make the cards more readable and improve the spectator experience of the game overall, which will in turn help to garner a larger community, as those who enjoy watching the game but not playing it will be able to have a better experience. Why am I a strong candidate for this project? Well, I have a strong personal history with all 4 of the competitors I've mentioned previously, and I'm familiar with their competitive scenes and general communities, so I know what players of these kinds of games expect and what they would like to see in the future. In addition, I'm also pursuing a game design degree at the moment and have a strong knowledge of systems design, which means I'm a strong candidate for a design project of this nature. The platform I will be aiming to use to bring my project to life is Kickstarter, the reason being that it has been particularly successful for board and card games, raising $52.1 million so far, which is 15% more than it has raised for video games. This means that a project like mine has a high chance of success on a platform like this, where there is clearly already an established community looking to back board and card games. The product that I will be producing will follow the traditional collectible card game model, so I will be producing booster packs, starter products, pre-constructed decks, as well as limited edition collector's products. The cards themselves will be printed on high quality cardstock, and the packaging will be foil and cardboard. I will also be producing a game manual, which will be included with the starter products to teach new players how to play the game. Here you can see a breakdown of all my predicted costs for the project, including design and testing, art commissions, printing, packaging, cardboard and distribution, in addition to a 5% Kickstarter fee which they apply to all successful projects. When added together, this brings me to a total funding goal of £45,000 or $60,000. While the baseline that I require to execute the project is only £40,000, the extra $5,000 was to account for the 5% Kickstarter fee and to give myself some leeway in case of unfortunate circumstances during the project. Here you can see the milestones I've set for the project with an overall time frame of 18 months. 6 of these months will be dedicated to the design, iteration and testing of the cards themselves, and then a further 8 will be for the art, of which I need 60 pieces for each of the 60 initial cards. Some of the art period can run concurrently with the design period as well. After the art and design are completed, the product needs to be printed and distributed to stores, which I believe will take 1 month. Once the product is available in stores, I'll spend the next 3 months promoting the game and constructing a strong community around it and receiving feedback on the initial release. And from then I will produce a new batch of content in 2 months that directly responds to this feedback and aims to enhance the game experience as a whole. Here you can see the Kickstarter backer rewards that are available for the project, split into 4 tiers. At the lowest tier, you can spend $10 and receive 2 Manatide booster packs. On the second, you can spend $25 or $40 to receive 1 or 2 starter decks. On the third tier, you can spend $100 or $175 to receive 1 or 2 complete sets of all the cards. And at the fourth tier, you can spend $500 to receive all of the previous rewards, as well as a seat on all of Manatide design meetings for the next expansion, which allows backers at this level to directly influence the design of the next set. This helps to engage with high-level fans of the project and to further emphasize the community aspect of the game, which is very important. The fact that there are discounts given at the previous tiers for purchasing multiple products also helps to emphasize the community aspect of the game. That sums up my presentation. Thank you for listening.